Yeah. God damn. Why is it always so cold? Do I have anything to drink? Oh. Know what I found? You already know what I found. Yeah. Okay. Know what I found? Monster Energy. Please sponsor me. Pay me $1 billion per day, please. I drink your drinks like no other person. Probably. Well, mostly. I'd say I only drink 3 a day. No, wait, that's that's too much. Never mind. I'd say I drink at least 2 a day. So that puts me above the average Monster Energy drinker. Yeah, probably. Anyway. Finally, I can continue the main scenario quest. I think. That is if I have not missed any blue thingies. We'll see. I'm assuming that I'll have to read a lot. Boxy mode. That's nice. Hopefully I won't need to read too much. Great start. Amazing. Starting off strong with a voice dialogue. What's the issue, we say? Nobody to take the throne. Wasn't Lise supposed to take the throne? I feel like the voice actors changed. Or maybe the quality improved. One or the other. It sounds a bit different from what I remember. Also, can't they just copy what Ishgard did? Just make it a republic? That way they won't have to elect a king. Either the quality improved or the voice actor for Nago changed. Maybe I'm geeking out. Sure. Why? Where? We're next to the statue, I think.
話ってのは新しい冒険のことさ。俺たちは暁の一員ではあるけれど、その前に一人の冒険者だろ。
True.
悲願だったアラミゴの奪還にも成功し、帝国との戦いにも一つの区切りがついたんだ。そろそろ冒険に勤しむのも悪くないと思わないかい？そこでとっておきの情報を仕入れてきたんだ。アルフィノを交えて3人で挑戦してみようぜ。
It can't be the Omega. It's what we do, I suppose. Okay, it can't be tied to the Omega. Because I already unlocked the Omega raid through one of the blue quests that was lying around in Dralgar's Reach. So I'm not sure where this is going just yet. Let's find Alphanod. Actually, leave that to me. I want you fresh for our adventure. Wait for us by the Aetheryte. Okay. Sure. Sure. I wonder if I should queue up the dungeons. Not dungeons, but trials. The Mogstone trials. Or maybe... Wait. Is there a Moogle thing here? No. Wonder how much the dungeon gives. It should be higher than 2, right? Because it's longer and whatnot. It's longer than the trial, at least. And I have to read. Holy shit. Okay. Greetings. It would seem we are to accompany our involved on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? No. I'm not sure. Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but it'll be brief. No snoring, if you please. Okay. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Al Amigo was still a monarchy. A uniquely brutal despot. What the fuck does that even mean? Brutal despot. What does despot mean? A role or other person who holds absolute power. So a tyrant? Is that even a word? Tyrant? Tyrant. So is despot a tyrant? Probably. Anyway, that he was, the king of ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Ralgar's reach being burned to the ground. Oh shit. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed. I feel like that's even worse than whatever the fuck happened with the Targaryens in Game of Thrones. Executing his own family. How nice. Anyway, the wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it's said that these royal treasures are hoarded somewhere in the palace. So we're going treasure hunting then. I believe I see the direction our adventures to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty. That's most likely correct. And I would also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known. Others must surely have gone in search of your prize. Tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following El Amigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune, but even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold was drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's throne remains simply that. So, what chance do we have to find it? I see you have no intention of lifting the story in here. Okay, so I'm guessing he's about to drop a bombshell. He's about to grace us with insider information or some shit. Something like, by the way, I'm related to the Mad King, by the way, or something. I'm his bastard son, guys, I know where the treasure is. Imagine the three of us delving into a decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. Not at least about the treasure. box emote. I should try that out instantly. What? Why is... Why are you just lying here? Dead. Hello? Wait, did I get the box emote? Oh. Come on. I'll knock some resurrection into you or something. Fuck. Wait, I need that. Wait, okay. I actually think I need to keep the motherfucking resurrecting spell on my thing. Because I feel like resurrecting people is what's the word for it? I feel like resurrecting people isn't that inconvenient, especially if you're pretty close to ending the boss fight. Wait, did it work? Yeah. Teetering, yeah, it works. 370, hold on. Ah, never mind, I have 400. Let me, oh, it's accessories. Ah, never mind. Don't give a fuck about those. The news of Dolma and Al Amigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion. What the fuck is Dalmasca? I don't think I've heard that name before. Why are you so edgy all of a sudden? Why are you glowing red? Should I be scared? Ah, now you're not red anymore. Okay, I think we're safe. Which means the Garlands must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Though, Stormblood, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Also, where did your glasses go? Didn't you have shades? Like purple ones? There's no way I'm imagining that, right? You had glasses. Are you about to put them on? Don't think so. Okay. Where was I? Judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere, so we'll probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I low-key lost the plot. I'm kinda not following what I'm reading out loud. I'm just reading out the words and... Anyway. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivists and request access to their records of seized from the Imperials. The Guardians are meticulous about such things. If they uncover the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. There's a hair on my tongue. In the meantime, the two will contact those who work as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's days. Are the servants alive? How did you... Wait, you got your shades back. Look at that. Okay. Is there actually somebody alive that worked for Theodoric? If he killed his own family, there's no way the servants would be left alive if they knew of the treasure location, right? Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you will be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. So old people. 60 plus. Basically a grandpa at that point. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful. Ardenwald, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks. All gold makes the rounds in our Megan quarter. And there I was thinking I was a party leader, not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Gilbert's Gate. What is that? Where is Gilbert's? Gilbard's? Where's Gilbert? What is that class? Let me suss you out. Copying the etheric properties of DPS, I think. You're a blue mage, oh wow. What the fuck is that? Why do I see it so clearly? Enable to auto-attack or use spells. Why would you even use that? Do you want a free TP? You probably do, don't you? There you go. Yep, yeah, you're gonna get the free teleport. Why would you even use the sphere shield thing? Does it protect you from damage or is it a meme thing? It must be a meme thing, right? 90% damage resistance. Oh shit. In the palace? No, not me, lass. Surely you heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions upon the divine audience. Anyone suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say, I stayed as far away from the palace as possible. Okay, where the fuck are the divine steps? I don't see that name in here. I also have the spell which is just fish. Flying sardine. Shit, I guess I wouldn't want to get hit by a flying sardine, that's for sure. Imagine the smell when its guts explode across your face. Ew. Ooh, matching horse. You want to hear an old mate's stories, do you? Well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see... Ooh, another horse. Oh fuck, monkey. We'd only see his royal... Oh shit, another horse. Oh my god, a chair. When he deigned to attend... Oh my god, a shark. When he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered, and after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. Oh my god, a dragon. Then he started seeing assassins in every shadow and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered to work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. So she doesn't know where the treasure is. How the fuck do I get there? Oh my god, I can fly? Well, that was unexpected. I served with the pleasure of King Theodoric and lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Oh my god, another dragon. Oh my god, chair. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by. Oh my god, Raphaelus. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers. What the hell is that? Gabriel? Which of course we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still statues trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. So Theodoric was torture-maxing, basically. If you're hell's bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Ernold. He was the king's head scribe. Oh my god, I have that bird. Wait. I have the bird. What is it? This one? Look at that. I do have the bird. Where the fuck do I need to go? Okay, Arnold. I'm Arnold, what do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if our amigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know Theodoric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Wow, wait. Steampunk bike-ish thing. Wait, where did you get that one? Is that a store one? Those are terrible enough, but in his last days the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a wild curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. resulting in monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. So there's a dungeon below the palace. Oh shit. Even now my sleep is troubled by the nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to shed his madness, then mayhap it is kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Le cucaracha, yes. That spider thing looks kind of cute actually, I wouldn't mind having that one. It's kind of hard to navigate this city. If I couldn't fly, I'd have a hard time finding things, I think. It's very confusing, and the map doesn't really tell you much. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we learned? Okay, you go first. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. Well, they didn't look under the palace, did they? What have you got? Palace underground? Attic. No, wait, attic is turned into monsters, and what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace? I met an old man in Alagiri who spoke of the palace subterranean prison, but he said not of cursed abominations. The Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could the scribe fella have been spinning her a yarn, do you think? Did you believe him, Gold? I mean, shit, he's old. There's no way he's going to lie to us, right? If he was afraid, then he does lend credence. Credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Do not be hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arnold, you spoke of a light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? Let me guess. It's for El Amigo, right? Why did the music stop? It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army. Just you know what I mean when I say that my El Amigan mother did not welcome my arrival. Does he want to buy his mom's approval? As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye. Like the kind you see in pure blood guardians. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage and took up a knife. Did she carve out his eye? War paint serves to cover the scar. How the fuck did she make such a huge scar with a knife? And why did she do it diagonally? Why did she do it? You know what I mean? Why didn't she just... Whatever. She must be crazy, probably. Mentally unstable, even. In the end, she turned me out into the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Al Amigo. A feral child forgot what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. Ah, shit. The best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me into the company of the Scions. Nice. I tell you this so that you understand and know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. Just steal an ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Okay, so it is basically for our amigo. Good. I half expected him to say that he wanted to buy something back that was stolen. Thank you, Arenwald, and I apologize that cannot have been pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. All gold, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arenwald's noble cause and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? No. No. Why did you agree? At least take it. At least take 10% of the treasure. Come on. I need the gil. And I shall be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you're minded to hear it. Don't give a fuck. Wait, is that a healing one? Okay, I'll pick that. Just in case my healer can equip it. But actually, do I really need it because my healer has tombstone gear anyway? Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? That was not exactly the reason, but is certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Lochseld. Where is Lochseld? It's okay. It's next to the shit lake. Next to the salty lake. Cool, I guess. Okay, so the reason I can fly in the city is because it's not a instance thing. It's all out in the open world. I just noticed that, by the way. Ooh, please be voiced. Fuck. Forgive me, that's not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock inside while I explain things. Is the entrance to the underground prison through... Okay. Is the only way to the underground prison through the salt water, is what I'm saying. Prior to the great flood of the 6th Umbral era, the salt lakes you see before you were dry ravines. Okay, and this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the 5th Astral era. From what we know of this period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise. Having been all but destroyed by war, yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Lochseld. Actually, yeah, did I see ruins underwater? I think I did. There was a building or two. So that was, this is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Okay, but the corpses can't really protect ruins now, can they? So they just be body blocking at most. That is, if they don't sink to the bottom. Well, what you're saying, they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove. As if. And since we know the court found thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. It should explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Elamigans never found a trace of the trove. Okay, but I don't think the Imperials were diving into the Salt Lake. Why would they? Do they even know about the history of Eorzea? Anyway, we, however, have a certain advantage which they did not enjoy. Gold, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the lock and search for an underwater route into the ruins. While you do that, Arenwald and I will seek out an ensorcelled, what the fuck, portal within the palace. Okay. What if I find it first? Do I come back up or do I enter them? Oh shit, I have to. Why was he looking at this lake if I need to dive into the other one? Or do I? Wait. I think I do. Okay. I'm assuming that I need to dive through here downwards and then I'll find it, probably. Right? It's actually pretty far down. What is that? You see that's like a snowflake. Is that an enemy? No. Doesn't even explode. Oh well, the magically concealed entrance which I found pretty easily due to these glowing snowflakes under the water. Oh wow. Discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace. Okay. I did indeed find it. Stone door. Is this going to be a dungeon? It would appear you have found an entrance into the ruins. Okay. It's often odd we have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a teleportation portal concealed by enchantments. These markings indicate it leads to an underground cavern. What on your end? I found a door. You believe it leads into the ruins. Then I dare say we will be able to meet within. Go on and ahead through the door. But how am I supposed to open the door underwater? By the way, I took the liberty of calling on a friend for help. I guarantee she's both dependable and discreet. Drowned city of Scala. How are you drinking stuff underwater? Isn't it just filled with salt water? Also, how am I supposed to open up the door? You know how heavy it is to you know how hard it is to open a door underwater? Especially one that's... Oh wait, it's already open. Never mind. I don't have to push it open. Look at that, I can definitely squeeze through there. Yeah, easily. There's easily, yeah. There's no way I can't. My body is small enough that I could do it. What is this? What is that? I wonder if I should visit the market board to look at some bullshit. Also, I wonder if there's a vista somewhere underwater. There could be, no? How is the horse flapping its wings underwater? How is that? Whatever, bro. What is that thing? Say rock, I think. And dripstones. Is there nothing else here? I was expecting some kind of thing at least. At least one mob, please. Give me something to shoot at while I wait. Ooh. I mean, kinda looks nice, no? You can barely see anything, but it looks kind of nice. Probably. Also, I'm almost level 80, which means I don't have to level my character for Shadowbringers, right? Because Stormblood ends at 70. More or less. And Shadowbringer ends at 80. More or less. Right? Yeah. Probably. Let's see, do I have hunting logs? Midget swarm. Should I do this? Peace garden. Ew, that smells like a 1000 gil teleport. Oh, never mind, it costs 400. Okay. Let's see what's the midget swarm all about. Peace garden. What the fuck is peace garden? Peace garden. There it is. It's that way. I'm actually kind of surprised that I didn't complete at least the first rank of the hunting log. Maybe I somehow forgot about it while doing the Msq. Because I was kind of targeting it, I think. Where's the midget swarm? Oh my god, did they all die? All there. Is this the one? No? Yes? Oh wait, I need to use my other thing, right? Oh my god, leave me alone. I need to use my conjurer for this, right? Let me change. Okay. I think... Yeah. Oh wait, it's the wrong thing. Okay. That wasn't too hard. Difficulty rank up. Okay, what's the next one that I need? Is there something in a dungeon that I need? 9 IVs. Is that a dungeon? Don't think that's a dungeon. 9 IVs. Oh wait, it literally says the shroud. Okay, is there something in the north one? Center, center, east. South, east. Okay, it's basically everything is in the east. Where's the first one? I'm gonna start with the first one. Tree slug. Honey yard. Where is that? Honey yard. That way. There you are. How many do I need? One, two, and three. Okay, what's the next one? Goblin hunters. There you are. How convenient that all of them are in the same place. Okay, my AoE thing didn't hit nobody. What else? That's complete, right? East. Mandragora. Where the fuck is the Mandragora? Isn't that a mushroom? Because at Monster Hunter, that's a mushroom. You make max potions out of it, which fully restore your health. No matter how low you are. Okay, where the fuck is the Mandragora? There you are. There you go. What else? 9 IVs. What is that? 9 IVs. Oh. It's this way. Okay. I kinda like it that everything is packed into a single region, more or less. How many do I need? I need another one. Where can I find another one? There you are. I wonder if I'll get something when I complete all of my hunting logs. I should probably. At least a title, right? Should probably at least get a title or something. Okay, what was the next one? I guess this will do. Did I need 3? Yeah. Funguar. Oh, there you are. Look at that. Turn around and there's the next target. How nice. I wonder if the hunting log will continue at the same pace. Where all of the targets are basically split between 2 regions. The answer is most likely no, but you know. I've still got hope before I actually get to see the thing. Before I actually get to see what the next hunting log has to offer. Okay, where's the humans at? Should be here somewhere. Okay, black bat. Is there a third one? Yes. Okay, where are the humans? Where are the humans though? I don't think I've seen any humans in this area. Right? These Shroud 9 IVs. They should be somewhere here. Somewhere. Keyword even might be maybe. They may be somewhere. Okay, probably not here. Maybe all the way over here. Over there. Come on. Where they at though? Tree slugs. Hoglets. Vulture. Rent? Where the fuck are the humans at? Is it a fate thing? Are the poachers spawning through a fate? Probably not, right? They should be spawning anyway. I hope. What the fuck is that? Anyway. Where are the humans at? Maybe they're near the dungeon. No. Uh-oh. How the fuck am I supposed to find them? Why don't I get a radar of some sort to track down the things I need? That'd be very convenient. Maybe they're actually across the bridge. Okay, no. Shit. How am I supposed to find them? It says 9 IVs, but I flew through the whole region and I haven't found a single one of them. Am I actually retarded? Did I miss them somehow? Did I actually just fly past them at some point? That's not it. Wolf Poacher. Where art thou? No, but actually, where the fuck are the poachers at? Is the game lying to me? Is the game gaslighting me into believing that there are poachers spawning here? I haven't seen a single one. Why? How? A raptor poacher? I need a wolf one. Wait, where did you find a raptor one? Wolf poacher. Boar poacher. How did I fly past them? How did you find them so quickly? Holy shit. I feel like the game is rigged. I'm not sure though. I already, because I played this game for a few months. Wait, were they all bunched up together? That was a bad idea. Okay, did I get them? Yay. Now I need the central shroud, bent branch. And after that, one of them is in the south shroud. I guess, bro. Wait, so you've only played Final Fantasy for a few months? Actually? Didn't you say you had like 2,000 hours or some shit? Nah, I don't care about that right now. I'll try to remember where it was. Bent branch. What was the thing called? Arbor buzzard. Well, it should be in bent branch, right? Probably not in this direction. Never mind. There's one. Now I need 2 more. Now I need 1 more. There. Firefly. Where the fuck would a firefly be at? Okay. Is it next to the dungeon? I actually don't remember where the fireflies spawn at. Was it next to the dungeon? No. Okay, so, yeah, okay, they don't spawn next to the dungeon. I'm out of weeds. You stupid? What do you mean I'm stupid? Do they spawn... okay. Firefly? Do they actually spawn... Anyway, I knew that they were here, by the way. There. Simple as. Okay, what was the next one? Upper paths. I am assuming that's Quarry Mill. Probably. Oh my god, look at that. He has a cat. Cat, kitty, cat, and he poses a furry, right? Yeah, I should have expected that. Okay. Upper paths. What is that? Don't know. Okay, it should be literally right here. Kirkenbeater. Oh dear, okay. Where the fuck am I? Okay. Where the Kirkenbeater's at? It's probably not here. Kirkenbeater. Oh, you look important. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, Kirkenbeater. I think this is too far. Where the fuck are the Kirken at? Is it also... No, wait. It can't be next to the dungeon. No man's hovel. I feel like that must be the spot. Kirken? No, those are humans. Okay, this is the upper paths. Yeah, that's what I need to be. Self-shroud. Wow. That wasn't too hard. Done. What's next? Let's start with... Hold on. Upper, east, west, west, south, east, south, south, east, south, central, east. Okay, so it's kind of evenly spread out, right? Where am I now? I'm in the south. Silent Arbor. That's the other direction. Okay, so it's around the encampment. Probably. I'm assuming that the place called Goblin's Meat is where the goblins are at. I think so. I'm not sure though. How are you so much faster than me? Why are you gapping me with your flying cat? Oh, I need these as well. How many do I need? Was it 3? Yeah. Six, 7. Boom. How did that miss? Okay, it didn't. Done, I think. Wait. Anybody else in Barkeft? I think I know where the Barkeft is. I think. I feel like I saw them just now. They might be on the beach thingy. Also, flying through the forest fucking sucks. I can't see anything at all. Oh, never mind. They weren't in the forest. They were here. Done. What else? South. Wait, that's Fanalan. Central Shroud. Ah, shit. Okay. Upper Vanosea. Ah, shit. That's in Limsa, isn't it? Upper. Bronze Lake. Also, the queue is taking a pretty long time. I don't know. It's kind of depressing. Okay, what was it? Oakwood. And of course Oakwood is on the other fucking side of the map. Cool. I mean, at least I can fly, right? I don't have to walk there. Also, what is this? It's glowing, but it's not doing anything. If only my healer would be at level 70. That'd be really convenient right now. Okay, there should be you. That one. This one. Okay, is there where am I? Wait, what's the location? Upper Vanosea. Is there another one up here? No, but there's one in the east. Eastern Vanosea. Where was it? What is it called? Central. Wait, no. Bloodshore. There. Also, I need to pee. I feel like I feel like as soon as I stand up to go to the bathroom, the queue will be found. Like instantly. Okay, let me test this theory. I hope I'm wrong. If not, I'm gonna piss my... Okay. I stood up. There's no queue yet. Ugh. Okay, that means I can go piss. Hold on. Oh shit. Yeah. Let me change back. Bam, boom, commence. Look at that. Just in the nick of time. In the nick of, I don't know how to say it properly. This looks pretty ominous. Also, why isn't there a hunting log for that red mage? I feel like there should be a hunting log for red mage, no? This looks pretty cool. But it has a lot more space than I would think an underground thing would have. It's not covered in as much water as I would expect as all. It's actually pretty dry, which is odd considering this place is underground. Maybe the fuck, I misclicked. Maybe the place is being kept. No, wait, how do I say it? Maybe this place is whatever, bro. Maybe some type of magic is keeping this place safe from water. There you go. Did they close my door? Yeah. Okay. First boss. And it's a horse. Is that one of the family members? I feel like it has to be, right? Because they did get turned into monstrosities. Okay, to be fair, this one doesn't look like a monstrosity, it's actually kind of cute. I won't lie. This one is kind of... This one is too cute to be called a monstrosity. Hydro pull. Okay. No pulling. Nice. Every time I queue into a dungeon, I look at it from a healer's perspective as well, kinda. Okay, no idea what that does. Do I just have to hydro push? Oh shit. I might have been pushed into the water. I don't think it matters though. What was I saying? I don't know. I forgot. Anyway. I hope there's a minion in this dungeon. Look at those raggedy ass shoes. Who the fuck would want to wear these? Holy shit. They don't look comfortable at all. I don't think there's a single inch of cushion in those. I'm not in that, yep. Oh shit. I'm gagging. No wait. That's the wrong one. No wait, I think that's the right one. Nice. Open all the chests. That's right. I need all the bullshit items I can get my hands on. I need all the dog shit items. I feel like my spell disappeared just now. I cast it, but it didn't explode, which was weird to see. I hope the damage at least counted. There you go. Once I started using my melee combo at 60 mana, it feels a lot smoother, to be fair. It feels like I'm actually doing something right. Okay, that one looks weird. Oh wow, starting off with a big slice of pizza. Activate transformation. I mean shit, I guess. Do I have to attack these sets and trap? Okay. That was kind of funny. Only kind. Shifting light. Great. Just as soon as I want to use my damage thing, it again turns me into this little critter. Okay. That's that. Why isn't it dropping a single chest piece? That's the most important part, and I haven't seen a single one yet. I don't give a fuck about the bracelets, rings, and whatnot. Give me... Oh, maybe that one has something. Amulet of Casting. Now, why the fuck... Why the fuck would I want an Amulet of Casting? Pray tell. Okay, I'm assuming we have to go that way. Even though it doesn't have a passage. I'm guessing that it will just appear out of nowhere. Yeah, look at that. Look how smart I am. Why would... Okay. I got stressed out when he started attacking me instead of the tank. Look at me. AoE maxing. Look at that. Not a single wasted movement. Okay, maybe I should have done the AoE thing. Wow. I might actually like Red Mage. Do I actually need to swap? Do I actually need to know how to play other DPSs? Can't I just scratch on Red Mage all the time? I feel like I can just chill on Red Mage, no? There's no way I actually have to learn other classes. Oh, the DPSs, I mean. I don't know how I feel about the tank getting so low health. Okay, there we go. The healer fixed it. Oh, it's good. What is that? Is that a white mage? I think he used the benefactor or whatever the fuck it's called. Another chimera. Wait, never mind. That's a werewolf thing. Werewolf chimera. Looks pretty intimidating. Okay, I'm not sure if I could have dodged that or not. Oh shit. Let me stand closer to the healer. Just in case. Very sorry I ran in, I zoned out. I don't give up, wait. Man, I got distracted by the party chat, I was, fuck. Are we cooked? Okay, never mind, we're fine. No idea what's going on as always, but looks like we're winning. Hopefully. Ah shit. I feel like there's a delay between my keybinds, I'm not sure. Feels like I press a button and it doesn't register for like a millisecond. Maybe I'm tweaking out. Or maybe my internet is acting up again. If that's the case, I'd be very depressed because... Ah shit. Wait, yep. Nice, there you go. GG. Cute. Oh, the thing got dispelled. Look at that. But the others didn't get dispelled, right? So the others were actual monsters. So this was the only one that was a family member. Right? Is there a minion? No. Bum ass trousers as well. Holy shit. I assume that's Theodore. He low-key looks like a JoJo character. Like a stand user. Perhaps. Can I keep at least one vase? I feel like that would be enough, no? Also, I could put that painting up in my apartment, I think. I could make
俺た
space.
ちの冒険は大成功だ。
Okay, who the fuck is the red one? She hasn't said a single word. Moldova. Who the fuck are you? Why do you have Raffles gear? And who the fuck are you? Okay. I don't know, then I tried to do our fair share, but I fear you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden as usual. You truly led the way with your adventuring prowess. That I did. Without your help, I'd reckon we'd still be fumbling about in the dark. I'm glad I called on you. I must say I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. Like, how you reeled at the sight of that floating spectre, you mean? I wish you could have seen the look on your face, Alfinod. So Alfinod is still scared of ghosts. Adorable. I mean, he's kind of young, so you know. Can cut him some slack. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that is all that matters. True. What is that? Okay. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lisa should be the first. Seconded, she's bound to be delighted. If I'm no longer needed, who the fuck is it? Who the fuck is she? Yeah, go. Of course, don't let this keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Ma for me. Who the fuck is she? Who invited her? Actually, she didn't say a single word, and she didn't even help us. By us, I mean me. What was the point of her? Anyway, now then, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo. So we say sure to be in the city. Okay. Where? There. Is she in some sketched out alleyway? No. She's in the main square, not square, the main road. Is it the main road? I mean, kinda. It is the only one that leads up to the castle. Might as well be called the main road. Also, I can see her pants through the thing. Are you free? You look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked. I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. Blah 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 blah. We found one Shirley and Gil. You're joking, the Mad King's throw. I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have gold and Alphanod in the party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go towards alleviating the suffering of all amigos poor. God, if there's as much as you say. Ardenwald did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you would assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Well, it's basically a straight path, isn't it? There's no way they can actually get lost there. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Okay. Oh, there's one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alfinod. Don't have a head for details, I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alfinod. Of course. How about me? Wait. We've got a problem. Why? What's happened? Imperials? Mobs gathered outside headquarters and they've started making demands. Why? What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would there be an angry mob? Did somebody agitate them? Oh wait. It's about something else. Her? Are they talking about the ginger lesbian? I low-key forgot that she's alive.
どこから漏れ伝わったのか、ホルドラがここに収監されているのを知って、市民たちが押し寄せてきたんです。
Yeah, I wonder who.
やっぱりあのドクロの処刑人がここにいるってのは本当だったんだな。あんたら何をグズグズしてるんだ。あの魔女をここに連れてこい。
I think it's time for an inspirational speech, Lise. I hope you have some up your sleeve. That's not good enough. We say you have to do better than that.
奴は魔女だ。売国奴だ。あんたら解放軍だって仲間をたくさん殺されたんだろう。だったらなんだって奴を隠そうとするんだ。
Yeah, I mean shit. Kinda right.
やれやれ。騒乱が生じたと聞いて来てみれば。
Okay, Roban, what are you? How the okay. How did they hear us stalking? Where the fuck did he come from? Where did he come from, first of all? Second of all... Why isn't Lise the one giving the speech? I feel like she's missing out. I kind of thought that he would say that they're going to use her as a bargaining chip. Because that... I don't think the Imperials give a single fuck about her. True.
すべての同胞たちを前に訴えたい。新たに国を担うことになる者たちが真実を知ることができず迷うことがあってはならないと。
Right, somebody's bombarding my phone, hold on.
罪人たちを裁きの
I hope I don't miss any dialogue.
彼ら新政権の担い手にこそ任せようではないか。故に今は辛くともこの燃え上がる心を鎮めるべきなのだ。
I mean, that's basically what Lise said, right? If we'd kill her, we'd be no better than the Imperials. But the way that Roban said it just sounded a lot better. I think the key is to speak with confidence. And to have balls between your legs, probably. Okay, to be fair, Lise doesn't have as much experience as Roban in giving speeches. Because Roban was up there since the last calamity. Fucking the Umbrella era. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. Fuck, what was it? the Umbral era calamity thing. Shit. What is it? What was it? 7th... No, was it the 7th? Yeah. 7th calamity Umbral thing. Whatever. Anyway, I hope it continues to be voiced. And of course it's not voiced, I have to actually read it. Okay, thanks Alban. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. This a difficult tide to stand was the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory, but now the war is over and all the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. And not just here, with reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Guardians. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone and then they kill them. Some industrious also even fought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. Who the fuck was Xenos? Was it the blonde guy? The blonde Warhammer 40k guy? I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right, maybe people just aren't ready. Oh, you won't be able to do it overnight though. They just got back their country, huh? What do you mean, live in peace side by side? Of course it's too fast. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've begun. Who are these representatives exactly? I'm guessing one of them is the old guy from her village. Okay, yeah, there it is. Village elders, refugee leaders and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Kirkin to participate. Hello, Miguel stands at the crossroads and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Now let's execute her and be done with it, she herself asked to be put to the... But did you not listen to a single word Ralban said, you retarded cat? Hold on. Why do you have those ears if you're not going to hear things? I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Actually, again, just cut your ears off. It'd be more used as food than as hearing devices. Anyway, sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left and we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Who the fuck is Theodoric? I feel like I've seen that name. Theodoric. Was it the Archbishop? What was the Archbishop's name anyway? Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordolo? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway. She's done terrible things, but unforgivable things, but in some ways she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. And that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready and I'll come to join you. I'll return to my duties. I've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordolo her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. So Fordolo is not only a ginger lesbian, but she's also a brat. That's actually pretty cute. I think we should keep her around. Yeah, I have permission. It's kind of dark in here. Did they not think to light the candles? How can they actually see anything? I hope she's tied up, otherwise she'll just sprint out and stab us with a fork. Okay, she's not tied up. That's a bad sign. Are you sure you're going to leave the door open behind you?
揃って敗者を嘲笑いに来たのか。いや、それともようやく私の願いを聞き届ける気にでもなったのか。この無駄な命を終わらせてくれるなら歓迎してやるぞ。
I mean, if she wants to die, that if she wants to die so badly, then that means that she's feeling guilt about what she did.
でも、それは嘲笑うためでも、勝ち誇るためでもない。
Did I even say that correctly? I'm not sure. I didn't exactly follow what I said.
そう、全部無駄なんだよ。もう生きている意味なんてこれっぽっちもありはしない。
Okay.
仲間たちは他ならぬ私の手で死に、そして私はお前たちに敗れた。もう生きている意味なんて。
そうじゃないだろ。今さら本音を隠そうとするなよ。
True.
あんたは冷酷だったけどバカじゃない。全てを投げ打ってでも未来のため自由をつかもうとした。
Yeah, didn't she actually fight for our amigo, kinda?
仲間の死を踏み台にすることだとしても、あんたの決意だけは誰がどういう
At the end of the day, she kinda fought for the freedom of our Migans, right?
俺はそれを知っている。
But her methods were kind of fucked up, to say it softly. Also, we're getting a flashbang cutscene. Are we going to see her as a kid, shitting her pants and whatnot? Yes. Even as a child, she's carrying around a sword. Look at that. She's been indoctrinated since birth.
よそ見をしないでちゃんと歩いてちょうだい。今日の晩餐会にはガイエス閣下もいらっしゃるのよ。
Gaius.
はーい。ねえお父さん、ガイエス閣下って誰？教えて教えて。
またフォルドラの教えて教えてが始まったね。
Just answer the damn question.
いいかい？ガイウス閣下はここアラミゴの総督を務める立派なお方さ。早く行かないとお目通りできなくなってしまうよ。
Her parents must have been alive while our amigo wasn't occupied, right? Why are they idolizing him so much? Kind of rude.
ねえお父さん、バイコカドって何？
He said you love tin. He called you tin lovers. Wait, are they going to beat the kid?
マイココドってのはな、嬢ちゃん。国や仲間を売り払って自分だけがうまい汁を吸おうとするお前の父ちゃんや母ちゃんみたいな薄汚いクズ野郎のことさ。
I think the guy is jealous that he doesn't get any
お父
food.
さんもお母さんも優しいんだよ。クズなんかじゃないもん。
Stab him. You have a sword, stab him. Wait, where the fuck are you going?
その優しさってのはな、俺たちの血でできてるんだよ。いやしいか君。
How bad can you be at throwing to miss a standing child? Okay, never mind. That's a grandma. Okay. I see why she missed. Man, cut the shit, bro. That ain't gonna help you.
栄えあるガレマール帝国軍は属州民同士の喧嘩になど付き合っている暇はない。
私たち一家は市民権を持っているんですよ。
Nah. Sure, buddy, you have rights. Whatever floats your boat. Why don't the peasants change the angle? They're literally throwing the rocks at the most resistant part of the body. If they just went a half a circle around this guy, they could have hit triple headshots and whatnot. That'd be more effective. Oh wait, they are already doing that. Is he dead? How are they missing the child, actually? How bad can you be at throwing?
同士の小競り合いなど好きにさせておけ。ガス抜きにはちょうどいい。
If that was me in the crowd, I'd hit every rock I'd throw. I'd be doming. I'd be doming the child with every rock, I swear. He'd stand no chance. Okay, now she's all grown up.
フォルダー、行かないでちょうだい。あなたは市民権を持つ立派な帝国人なのよ。だから軍に志願する必要なんてないわ。
What do you mean why? She was literally carrying a knife, dagger, sword as a child.
あなた、その入れ墨は。見ればわかるでしょ。死んだ父さんと同じアラミ語伝統の入れ墨なんだから。
True. The guy on the left and the right look kind of sketchy. I wouldn't trust my drink around them. Look at that. Look at those dark circles around their eyes. There's no way he sleeps at night.
そういうことよ。いくら市民権を持っていたって、生粋のガレアン族からは蛮族と呼ばれ、同じ帝国人とは見てもらえない。
Wait, do all three of them have the dark circles?
誰にも文句を言わせないほどの力を手にするしかないんだ。父さんのようにならないためにも。
Okay, no, only the gods have it.
アンスフリット、フルドルフ、エメリン、覚悟はいいね。私たちは力を手に入れる。どんなに苦しくとも、たとえこの中の誰かが死のうとも、その屍を踏みしめて少しでも上へ自由をつかむために。
From the river to the sea. Wow. Look at that. They're friends. Does she know that they all will die in the future or no? Or didn't she read the part yet? Kind of tough.
Anta, 人柱になるつもりじゃないのか。自分が憎しみを背負って処刑されれば民衆の心は団結する。だから
I mean shit, I guess.
死にたいだけならいくらでも機会はあったはずだ。服なり毛布なりを使えば首だって。
Where would she hang the noose from? She doesn't have any nails, and there doesn't seem to be anything hanging from the ceiling. So I don't think hanging herself is an option. she looking at
そう
me?
か貴様ら、私の過去を見たな。だが貴様らが見たものなど私たちのほんの一部だけだろうが。
I mean, shit.
知った風なことを二度と口にするな。私はお前たちが考えるような女じゃない。結局は父を殺した奴らを、父を見捨てた奴らを見返してやりたかっただけだ。こんなまがいものの力にすがってまでな。
Oh, didn't she already achieve her goal? Because now Amigo is free, right? Oh my god. Hey, recap. Look at that. Just in case I forgot everything I did just now.
こんな人の手に余る力を持ってなんで平然としていられるんだ。
What pain? I don't feel any pain.
わけのわからない他人の人生を見せられて苦しんで裏切られ身勝手な思いを託されてまで、どうしてお前は歩みを止めない。
I'm standing there unbroken because I'm the main character. Does she know that or didn't she read the script yet? Shit. Which one should I pick? I feel like the second one is the best one. For those I have lost, for those I can yet save. That's the type of shit I would say, I think. Probably not. If I ever got superpowers like the Warrior of White, I'd be super evil.
時間だけは
Instantly.
まだある。だからもう
I'd
少し
turn on
これから
humanity
のことも考
instantly.
えてみてよね。
As soon as I got a sliver of superpowers, I'd become a villain.
行こうみんな。
Isn't she just going to run out of the door now? While our backs are turned? Or is she not that smart? Okay. I don't think she wants to run away. She had... she had at least 2 chances to run away. And she didn't take a single one of them. If only she had a fork. Okay, what do I have? Bunch of bullshit. Okay, can I equip the thing? No. Anyway. I don't know that... Wait. I don't know that we solved any... What? Hold on. Am I autistic? Hold on. I don't know that we solved anything exactly. Who the fuck talks like that? But we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, girl, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Wait. Wasn't Heidelin the one who gives the echo? What do you mean born with it? Maybe you're born with an affinity for it and then Heidelin gives you the real deal. I forgot what it was. Whatever. Immortal Fans have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. Rauban's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit. Who the fuck is texting me? Okay. Or do I have to go that way? They should have made the buildings shorter, so I wouldn't have to fly that far up. They should have known that I would be here, flying my mount around. Alban's inside, yeah. Let's follow this guy around, shall we? I wonder if he's actually going to place the crate somewhere. Or is he just going to despawn and reset his path? Starting at those boxes over there. Come on. Come on. How far are you going to go? Over here? Okay. He's holding the box. Oh, don't you want to put it down, perhaps? There's no need to hold it up, you know. You can place it on the floor at any moment. I don't mind. I don't think I'm in the way. Is he just going to stand here with the box in his hands? And not move? I think so. Okay, whatever. What news? You spoke with Fordol, I take it? As expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ironwald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome this science expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Should I call you Stoll and you the Angel over then? Oh wait, I have to do it. Ah shit, okay. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. So they got sucked dry. It's actually kind of hot. Can I be the next one on the sucking thing? In the sucking pod? I feel like it. Okay, never mind. That's the one that That's the one that Krill was in, right? Because it has stairs. Oh yeah, okay, it literally says it. The vice in which Krill was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subjects. Oh, this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupants, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Okay, but what if, does aether have a type, like a blood type? What if the aether doesn't match the host that's supposed to take it all in? Does the host just explode then? Do they gamble every single time they try to forcefully... Anyway, I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Gold, shall we start with you? As if I am a scientist, I have no idea what the pellets do. It has cables and shit and it's glowing red. I mean, what else do you want to know? Taken in combination with the testimonies of Krill and Fankred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. What about that big thing on the top? The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with Aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Krill, the patterns of her aetheric activity would provide a model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Krill's echo. Well, they picked a shitty test subject, then. Krill's echo is kind of weak, you know? It's kind of dog-ass. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Krill is possessed... fucking hell. Krill is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guarded Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at the door, night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past, is she going to... Okay. Is she going to propose that the guards leave Fordola alone so she doesn't see visions of their past and actually get some rest? That's the type of shit Lisa would do, I feel like. But you don't see their past, you live it. All the emotions, pain, imagine what did it do to you? I think. Indeed, as you may recall, Ysael was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Svelger's past. Okay, but seeing a dragon's past is not the same as seeing a human's past. The lifespan is a bit different. Especially if it's a full-grown one. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer, and for now, we have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must learn all we can of these god-forsaken procedures. And Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. Fine, I understand, Rauban. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Where? Wait, where are we going this time? What is Lisa up to? Is it voiced? Bruh. I go looking for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled by Rauban. Get more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not to me. Well, it's not like Rauban was an expert as soon as he began. Probably had as much trouble as you will have. Rauban is a veteran of countless campaigns. Lisa, you cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. True, that's what I've been saying all this time. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? This is a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue with that life they built in Ulda, or to start again in the land of their birth. I feel like most of them will return back. Pippin, okay. What the fuck do you want? Also, where's your helmet? I returned from Ulda with a message from Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. That is right now. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time. Okay. See ya later, loser. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about Rauban's future plans. Jesus, why are they not using his name? Like, actually, they're literally on first name basis. Why are they saying his rank? So annoying. Anyway. We'd all like to know about those, often not, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Gold. Sure. Where's my umbrella, by the way? Why am I just standing in the rain? What if the warrior flight gets a cold? I won't be able to do anything for a week. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no signs of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Ardenwald? I'm at your beck and call. I bet you are. I should be getting back to my own tasks, so I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. And send on them all my regards, Gold. Now still, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Okay. Bartholomew. Wait, I can just use the return thing. I don't need to pay Gil. Wait, how many things do I have? 29. Okay. I'm missing 21 for the mount. Well, the 50 mount at least. The one that costs 50. I could buy the... Wait, no I couldn't. Never mind. The second cheapest mount costs 30. And I don't have 30, by the way. I don't know if I told you already. Unexpected, yep. Please be a voice dialogue, please. Please, Square Enix, thank you. Now I can low-key just not read the dialogue and act like I did read it. Why would you seek my counsel? I'm just a brute. Ah. Rauban. What about him? Well, if he calls Ulda his home, then I'm guessing he's going to stay at home. There's no way he's going to leave the little Lola alone. Actually, I wonder if Nanamo will get married anytime soon.
つの瞳の奥に
Because otherwise she won't leave any heirs, right? And I don't know. Wait.
ウルダハへの
I'm not sure
伝
if she even wants
言かアラ
to
ミゴへの帰還か
have
ど
children.
ちらの道であるにせよラウバーンには迷いなく後悔なく歩む先を選んでほしいいつまでもわらわが頼りないままではラウバーンも心のままに動けはしないであろうわらわは真の意味で自立し女王としての務めを果たさねばならんそのためにもこの目と耳で世界を知りたいのじゃ
I spy a Moogle in the corner of the room.
少しばかり付き合ってはもらえぬか
Fuck you mean a brief adventure?
ありがたい恩に切るぞ
Where are we
で
going?
は少しばかり変装していくゆえ表で待ち合わせるとしよう
Also, I feel kind of sleepy. I won't lie. I feel like I could pass out at any moment. I have my dogs barking. Ugh. I wonder if I should just go to sleep. I feel like pulling free all night in a row isn't... Okay, wait, it's not free. It was one all-nighter when I streamed last time. Then I went to sleep and slept through this stream time. And now I pulled another all-nighter for this stream. Yes. Shiloki looks like a bum now. Look at that. She looks homeless. Shit. What do you think of Lily, the merchant's daughter? You look poor, Nanamo. This is the disguise I don when I wish to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Paprashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. Whatever that means. And that's why I requested your company, Gold. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Let us be on our way. Our destination is Stone's Throw. What the fuck is that? Ugh. I actually have to walk there. Unlucky. Okay. Oh, that's the homeless camp where the guy was shot. I think. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Fanalan's predators both. Yeah, what kind of predators could there possibly be? A tortoise. Marmot. Okay. Maybe the hornet would be some trouble. If you pissed it off. Man. But other than that, I don't see any predators spawning around here. Anyway, I'm reading too much into it, I think. Cities' mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ulda. 20 years have passed since the fall of Amigo, and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. You've done your best, probably. Then my best has not been good enough. Shall we press on to the unholy air? Why is it so far? Will we actually have to just walk through all of Fanalan? Man, can my dog not bark for like a millisecond? That'd be very nice. Also, I feel like I'm flying a lot faster here than I was in the Stormblood regions. Maybe it's because the map is a lot more compact and whatnot. Yeah, let me compare. It's about that big, right? I mean, the size... Okay, the size is... It's 2.5 times smaller, I think, than this one. Maybe just 2 times smaller, twice as small. It was here in this holy and remarkable place that my mother and father met their doom. To the toxic toad. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in eastern Fanaland when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Alban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed. He assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by demonetarists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus I did plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens. Quite unaware of my actions would have for you and yours, I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child, reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarist's damnable games. Forgive me my outburst, you are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Let us return to Ulda. Okay, bro. Okay, bruh. Let me TP there, I'm too lazy to fly. Can't be bothered to fly there. Guys, just said the Coliseum. I don't think I've been here by myself. It actually is a Coliseum. Holy shit, look at that. I wonder if you can fight people down there. Like in a PvP sense. That'd be cool. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of documents, signing, and ceremonies. For years I simply signed what I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit. Blissfully obvious what any of it meant, yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life. For it was during an official visit to the Coliseum that I first met Rauban. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted Rauban against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice and demanded to see a fair fight. And my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Rauban to die on the sands that day. Oh shit. Regardless, my intervention meant that Rauban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess, I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theatre. But as you know, Rauban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade. Wow. It's actually kind of romantic. If somebody did that to me, I think I'd fall in love instantly. Imagine keeping a promise for 5 years. Holy shit. Also, that's Prime Rauban there, isn't it? Look at that. Why did he drop his shield? Is he actually brain dead? I get that he's strong, but dropping his shield is such a rookie mistake, especially if the shield is completely fine. Holy shit. Okay, I'm assuming that that was his last match in the pits.
女王陛下、危のうございます。お戻りください。
苦しゅうない。
Okay.
ののの様。
What?
お約束果たしましたぞ。
What?
でかした。次はわらわの番じゃな。
What was her promise?
そなたが手にした優勝賞金を持って。
Okay.
そなたもサカツ州の仲間入りじゃな。
Imagine if he just killed her there. That'd be so funny. It'd be so funny if he just killed her there. Nice.
我らが女王陛下とウルダハに幸あれ。
Olda. Okay, I've decided to fucking go to sleep after I end this quest. I feel like I'm going to pass out, unironically. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shansel for me is as that of a grandsire for his grandchild. Is there an age gap that big? That she could call him his grandpa? I mean, he does have grey hair on his beard and whatnot. But I didn't think he'd be that old. Anyway, but upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Now bound with the authority of his syndicate position was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. How nice. I'll see you tomorrow, Nanamo. I am going to fucking sleep. I'll pass out otherwise. That wouldn't be very cute and funny. Ugh. I streamed for less than I wanted to. Bruh. Okay, I'll make it up tomorrow. I'll make up for it tomorrow. Yes. I hope so. Anyway, that's it from me for the day. I'll see you later. By later I mean tomorrow.